Impossible or certain? Yan ang pag-usapan natin ngayon dito sa ating matsayang talakayan. Kaya, stay tuned! Hello, Grade 8 learners! Welcome back to our channel. This is now the second part of our discussion in the basic concepts of probability. With the learning competency, illustrates an experiment, outcome, sample space, and event. In the previous video, probability is defined as the branch of mathematics that deals with uncertainty. It is a measure or estimation of how likely it is that an event will occur. So in our daily life, some things will happen and some will not. Kung ikaw ay tatanungin ng, will you train today? O kaya, will you pass the examination? O kaya, will our team win the championship? Madalas, ang isinasagot natin sa mga tanong na ito ay maybe, perhaps, or probably. And we ask these questions because we are uncertain whether such event will occur or not. There are situations that we are sure that it is impossible to happen. Sasabihin natin napaka-imposibleng mangyari yan. Kagaya halimbawa, it snows in Tarlac. Nagkaroon na nga ba ng snow dito sa Tarlac? O kaya, the dog can fly? Nakakita ka na ba ng aso na lumilipad? Or, the cat can play the drum set? Or, the shark can play a guitar. People use their personal experiences and intuition to answer questions about an event's chance of occurring. And to give you more precise numerical measure of chance, we are going to use the probability line. So ano nga ba itong tinatawag natin na probability line? Okay, so sa probability line, makikita natin that if it is 0, it is impossible to happen. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga event na never na mangyayari. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating unlikely, this is what we call less chance. And kapag sinabi naman nating even chance, or this is what we call equally likely. So, ibig sabihin, 50-50 ang chance natin na mangyari. Okay? Kapag sinabi naman nating likely, mas maraming chance na mangyayari ito. At kapag sinabi nating certain, sigurado kang mangyayari yan. Let us tell whether each event is certain, impossible, or possible. For number 1. A mother will give birth to twins. Is it certain, impossible, or possible? The correct answer is, it is possible. Some mothers have twins, pero hindi lahat ng mother ay twin ang kanyang ipinapanganak. Okay, next. Number 2, tamarind is sour. Is it certain, impossible, or possible? And the answer is, it is certain. Okay? So, ang tamarind ay talagang maasim. Sigurado tayo na maasim ang tamarind. Okay? And then, number 3, you will go sunbathing tonight. What do you think? Okay, correct. It is impossible. Kasi nga, wala namang sun kapag gabi. Paano ka magsa-sunbathing kapag gabi kung wala namang araw, hindi ba? The probability of an event is the numerical measure between 0 and 1 inclusively. So this is the likelihood or chance of occurrence of an uncertain event. Okay, so kinukuha natin ang probability of event. So itong P of E dito, yung E, meaning that is the event, is equal to the number of favorable outcomes, yung mga possible na lalabas, over the total of outcomes. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga outcomes natin. And this can be written as 0 is less than or equal to the probability of event and less than or equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, ang probability natin ay mula 0 hanggang 1. So, lahat ng numbers in between 0 ay kasama sa numerical measure natin sa probability. Going back to the probability line, so let's discuss further. If an event is sure to happen, then we call it as certain event. So kapag certain event, the value or the probability is 1 or 100%. For example, if we are going to roll a die once, remember, die is the singular form of dice. What is now the probability of getting a positive number less than 7? So if this is our die, so the possible outcomes we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And remember, lahat ng mga ito ay less than 7. So, if we are going to have the probability of positive number less than 7, we have here the number of possible outcomes over the total number of the outcomes. Kaya meron kang 6 over 6. When we simplify 6 over 6, that is equivalent to 1. If an event is impossible to happen, then we have an impossible event. So, napaka-imposibleng mangyari. So, the value of the probability here will be 0. Now, if we are going to roll a die once, what is the probability of getting a positive number greater than 6? Balikan natin yung ating die. The possible outcomes in our die, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sa tingin ninyo, meron ba dyan number or positive number greater than 6? Okay, wala. So, ibig sabihin, the probability of a positive number greater than 6 is 0, that is the possible outcome, over 6, and that is the total of the outcomes, or 0 divided by 6 is equivalent to 0. Now, events are called equally likely if they have the same chance of occurrence. So, halimbawa, if we roll a die once, what is the probability of getting an even number or getting an odd number? So, tingnan natin yung ating die. And these are the possible outcomes. Okay, so tingnan natin, asaan ba dyan yung mga even numbers? Ang mga even numbers natin ay 2, 4, at saka 6. So, meron kang tatlong possible outcome over the total number of outcomes. So, getting an even number is 3 over 6, or that is 1/2. Kung titingnan naman natin yung ating odd numbers, we have 1, 3, and 5. So, tatlo din sila. So, ang probability din niya is 3 over 6, or that is equivalent to 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, they are equally likely because they have the same chance of occurrence. So, parehas lang yung chance na lalabas o yung chance natin na makuha natin yung ganoong mga number. Now, an event is likely to occur when it has a greater chance of happening than all other outcomes in the event. Okay, so balik pa rin tayo sa die. So what is the probability of getting a number less than 6? So again, pag sinabi nating likely, mas malaki ang chance natin na makuha o mas malaki yung probability natin na makuha yung mga number na ito. Halimbawa, in our die, ano nga ba yung mga number less than 6? So, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, ang mga number less than 6 ay 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, meron kang 5 possible outcomes at ang total na outcomes natin ay 6. So, ang probability of a number less than 6 is 5/6. And finally, an event is unlikely to occur when it has a lesser chance of happening than all other outcomes in the event. So again, pag sinabi nating unlikely, mas maliit o lesser ang chance natin na mangyari ang bagay na ito sa isang event. So halimbawa, if we are going to roll a die once, what is the probability of getting a composite number? Again, in our die, we have our outcomes, possible outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alin nga ba dyan yung mga composite numbers? So, ang mga composite numbers natin ay 4 at saka 6. So, dalawa. Kaya, ang probability of getting composite number is 2/6. Or, when we reduce it, it is 1/3. So, kung ikukumpara natin sa other outcomes, mas maliit ang chance natin na makakuha ng composite number. Balikan natin yung ating probability line. So again, it is impossible kapag never na mangyayari o hindi mangyayari ito. So let's say, picking out a red marble from this bag is an impossible outcome. Bakit? Bakit siya impossible? Kasi kung titingnan natin yung laman ng bag na marble, ay wala namang kulay red. That's why getting a red marble is impossible to happen. Okay, dito tayo sa unlikely. Kung meron kang die, getting a number 1. So, getting a number 1 on the first row of a die is unlikely to happen. Ibig sabihin, lesser ang chance natin kasi nga, iisa lang naman yung 1 doon sa die. Okay? Kaya, 1/6 ang kanyang probability. So, lesser ang chance natin. Now, dito naman sa equally likely, so parehas ang chance. Halimbawa, getting ahead on tossing a coin. They are equally likely kasi nga, ang probability nito na makuha natin yung head is 50% or 1/2 at ang probability naman na makukuha din natin yung tail ay 50% din or 1/2. Kaya equally likely. Okay, and then we have here likely or most likely kapag halimbawa the pointer is tapping on the pink. Okay. Kasi tingnan mo, mas marami yung sa spinner natin, mas marami yung pink compare sa green. So, ibig sabihin, mas malaki ang chance natin na makuha o mag-stop yung arrow natin doon sa pink. Okay? And certain, this is a 100% probability. So, picking out orange marble from this bag. Okay? Kasi kung titingnan mo, ang laman ng buong bag ay puro orange marble. So, every time you pick a marble, ay laging orange ang lalabas. kasi orange lahat ang laman ng bag natin. And that is our probability line. And now, let's have to explore the probability rules. For the first rule, the probability of any event is a number, either a fraction, a decimal, or a percent. Kanina, we represented the probability in fraction, pwede rin in decimal or in percent. Halimbawa, the weather forecast shows a 70% rain. So the probability of rain is 70%. So this is written in percentage. Okay? So pwede rin yan nakalagay or nakasulat as fraction. Or pwede rin isulat yan as decimal. Halimbawa, sa decimal, 0.7. Yan. Kapag naman yan ay fraction, magiging 7/10. Okay? And for the second rule, if the event will never happen, then its probability is 0. So kapag impossible na mangyari or never na mangyayari, palagi ang probability niyan ay equal sa 0. Halimbawa, when a single die is rolled, find the probability of getting an 8. Makakakuha ka ba ng number 8 sa die? Okay, of course, hindi. Kasi ang numbers lang na nire-represent ng bawat face ng die natin ay 1 hanggang 6. So the probability of getting an 8 is 0/6 or that is 0. Third rule. If an event is sure to happen, then the probability is 1. Yan, kapag certain event yan. Kapag sigurado kang mangyayari, ang probability niya ay 1. So, ang percentage dito ay 100%. For example, when a single die rolled, what is the probability of getting a number less than 7? Yan. So, numbers less than 7 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And ito yung mga numbers represented by each face of the die. Kaya, the probability of getting a number less than 7 ay 6/6 or that is equivalent to 1. And lastly, the sum of the probability of all the outcomes in the sample space is 1. Okay, halimbawa, in rolling a fair die, each outcome in the sample space has the probability of 1/6. Okay, halimbawa, nag-roll ka ng die, lalabas ay 1. So, isa lang ang number 1. So, ang probability ng getting number 1 is 1/6. Getting a number 2 is 1/6 pa rin kasi iisa pa rin yung number 2. Getting a number 3 is 1/6 pa rin. So, ibig sabihin hanggang sa makuha mo is getting a number 6 is 1/6 pa rin ang kaniyang probability. Kapag pinagsama-sama daw natin itong mga ito, so getting the sum of the numerators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 6 yun, that is equivalent to 6. And copy the common denominator, 6. So 6/6 or equals sa 1. Now, we can say that the sum of the probabilities of the outcome is equal to 1. And now, it's your turn. Get your paper and pen and do this activity. So, what are you going to do? Match the following with each letter on the probability line. Okay, so halimbawa, kapag impossible na mangyayari, ang isasagot mo ay letter A. Kapag yan ay unlikely, letter B. Kapag yan ay even chance or equally likely, letter C. Kapag likely, letter D. Or kapag certain, letter E. So halimbawa, there are 7 days in a week. Is it certain Of course, meron tayong 7 days in a week. Ito yung Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, 7 sila. Kaya, ang sagot natin dyan ay certain letter E. And that's for today, guys. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Again, this is Teacher Dali na nagsasabing, practice makes perfect. Thanks for watching!